Hello Facebook and YouTube fans, and welcome to a tutorial video on the Mendelssohn Clarinet Sonata, which he originally wrote for violin. Now, to call this a clarinet sonata is a misnomer, or even sonata for clarinet and piano. Given the difficulty of the piano part and the relative ease of the clarinet part, it should more rightly be called the sonata for piano and clarinet, or even sonata for piano with clarinet obbligato. And I'll treat this as a chamber music work in its entirety rather than just focusing on the clarinet part, because I want you to see how difficult the piano part is, and that will determine the speed that you can take the sonata at. So your poor pianist does not have a heart attack. And this piano score is really heart attack material. I'll play it to you. I'll show you, and it's in it's mainly the first and third movements. But what we'll do is we'll treat it as a chamber music work to give you a complete picture of what the piece is. So the first part of the piece, the clarinet doesn't play at all for about 6 to 7 bars. Just make sure I've got both scores. Yeah, it doesn't play the first 7 bars, comes in on the 8th. And this is what the piano part is doing. Now, it's time for us to come in. Now, the piano part here is quite simple. It's just boom ba da da, 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 boom. Very, very gentle, and basically the clarinet part needs to sail above that with very lovely phrasing. So we've got the piano. So grow during those C's to the final C. So you really want to put a lot of emphasis on the appoggiaturas. So on the D sharp there with 4. And again with the F sharp. And here we're gradually coming down. And really aim for that E. Now the next one at A, and always be aware that there are semiquavers underneath here. Let me play. This is not me playing. Listen to the piano part, not the clarinet part. I don't agree what he's done there. So you just got gentle semiquavers under that, so you don't want to rush, or the pianist. Now, we're at A. I'm using the Schirmer's Library of Musical Classics Masterworks for Clarinet and Piano. Now, I've got an A, and you're in your throat tones, and please refer to my throat tones video, getting the most out of your throat tones. because you want these to sound full and rich. And the way to do that is, and I've explained this before, is the A. You go 3-4 3-4 C key for the A, and then 4-4 C key for the B flat, and 1-2. So notice I'm doing very long phrases. I don't think these should be chopped up at all. So, and if anything, play a little bit into the rest, because the phrase doesn't really finish in the clarinet part, it transfers to the piano part. So the piano part continues. This guy I don't like. I don't like his sound. And I don't like that he doesn't continue the phrase, because I think you should. Now listen to the piano part. Don't listen to the clarinet part. This is an acceleran. So here you're playing a top C, and the accelerando is only in the. It can only be determined by your pianist as to how fast. So just hold a nice C. Let it grow in both tone, colour, and in volume. Now I'll refer to the clarinet part, and here you can play it as fast or slow as you want. And here you'll need to use the right hand B, left hand C to go to the D sharp. Now, in terms of chamber music here, you start with the pianist. Now, there are a couple of ways of helping the pianist with when you're coming in. You can either take a quick breath, or I prefer the breath because I don't tend to move much when I perform. So for me to actually go is actually quite difficult for me because I don't move. But either one. So we're in the allegro moderato. You're mirrored by the piano. The piano is a third below you, and then the piano takes over the tune. Now don't take this too fast, because your pianist will have a heart attack, especially when it comes to B, and I will play you, because at B you're at the most accompaniment. The real stuff is in the piano, and I will encourage you not to listen to the clarinet part, listen to what the piano is doing. But here, okay, so you can see what I'm doing with the phrasing here. let's go through that. Let's listen to this as a chamber music ensemble, and then we'll take you through the piano part. I'm only referring to this recording because I don't have music -1, so. Listen to the piano part. Listen to the piano part. Listen to the piano part. You're not important. Listen to the piano part. So your pianist is absolutely having a heart attack here. We get the idea, especially with this. I mean, and then at D, it's just insane. But let's take you through the clarinet part here. So at B, let me just turn to I've got both the piano part and the clarinet part here, and I encourage you to study both. As I said, this piece is more for the piano than the clarinet. The clarinet's just lovely decoration on top of what is an extremely difficult and virtuosic piano part. So, just before B, the piano part, you're just responding. And then at B, you're just colour. And then you come together a little bit. Okay, and we've reached C. And so this and it's made even worse a few bars later when you're playing that long G, because they're in triplets, they're in third triplets. So, but imagine that over 2 fingers. And all you're doing is, so let the tone colour and the tone grow. Don't get louder, because the real stuff is in the piano part. So, play that quite lightly, always aware that the piano part's more important than yours. Right, we've gotten to D. Listen to this. So your pianist is having a major heart attack here. just mere filler. You're just colour. Okay, so here at F is where you come into your own. You're more than filler, you're actually the melody line, the piano is just under you. So let's go from F. There's a little bit of filler stuff. And some editors don't even have that in. And of course the recording doesn't have the trill. I have the trill on the B flat. But anyway, so now we're at F, and you're the main star here. So there's some lovely phrasing there. So really lean into the dissonant notes. And here you get out the staccato chops. So you want to do a slight ritardando there. Sorry. So whatever, that's actually the first time bar. Some of you will have a first time bar, some of you won't. And you're completely on your own in that first time bar. Now, after the repeat sign, what you're involved with is counterpoint with the piano. So sometimes you have the lead, sometimes the piano has the lead. They do come together. So at one time the piano will be going, oops, sorry. And at times you're kind of with the piano there in counterpoint. So, well, let's have a listen to that, shall we? This particular recording by Hacker actually does do the repeat. I've heard some recordings that don't do the repeat, but let's have a listen. Again, listen to the piano part, not the clarinet. So the piano part's not doing anything, mate. Quite free. So let's jump forward a little bit. a deal of counterpoint between the clarinet and the piano there. So let's go from after the second time bar and make that D really dark. And again for a really strong G, 1 and 2 on the right hand. And that's going on. And there's an accelerando through there, but let's go through the clarinet. So call and response. So this is your development section. Okay, and now it's a bit slower than the in the reprise, but again have that. Well, let's try it again without the squeak. Oops, sorry. Really aim for that C sharp. And here you're really filler. And coming up is the only bit of difficulty in the first movement for the clarinet, and you've got to be dead in time with the piano because they are also in semiquavers. And practice that with the metronome, also pulse it. Let's hear that. So a little bit of you're not important here. Piano's got that. Your response? Listen to the piano part. Okay, so you can see how nasty the piano part is there. So yeah, just pulse it, practice it slow with a metronome, and really pulse it. You'll have to pulse it with your pianist. Now, before L, and really keep the phrase moving through. Here you aren't important, it's the piano part. Now, remember to use your left hand C to reach the right hand E flat. And again, here you're nothing but filler for the next couple of bars while you're holding that C. So don't make it too loud because the piano part is doing something interesting. So piano shouldn't come as any surprise if you're phrasing it correctly. And breathe here. Okay, and then the piano part goes absolutely nutso again. Okay, now you're a bit more important. Important here. Now the piano part goes nuts. So your pianist has had their heart attack, and does it get any easier for them? Yes, it does. It gets a lot easier for them. So what we want to concentrate on here is your beautiful phrasing, your beautiful sound. Just enjoying your pianist is having a well-earned break. So. Whoops. And now very tranquil but beautiful. Okay, so there's no big drama. And the piano's got, just before you get them actually, so. And here you've really got to let your pianist dictate the accelerando, because they're going bum, 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 bum. Let them dictate to you. So you're just. Okay, so that's the first movement. Please join me for my next video when we look at the second movement. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.